Danganronpa.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Duda La La La. Sakura's been murdered. And that's not good. It's a locked door mystery. Locked door murder mystery. So we need to do some investigating. And the first thing that jumps out at me is this. It's a wrapper. I was going to say napkin. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. Was it poisoned? Hina, you wouldn't. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, and as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on him. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Maybe she was allergic, but now they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Oh no, polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the thingy. What about these? Are these flowers or what? Oh, shards of glass. There are shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have been originally a bottle. Okay, glass shards on the floor. Interesting. Oh, there's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's a Monokuma figure. A chess piece? What? So wait, yeah, let's go take a look at those for a sec. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles? That's not what I'd be wondering about. I'd be wondering why more than everything. It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat that's placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
This is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will. Interesting, interesting. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Wait, what? I'm not. Oh, no, okay, this is just the revelation. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we have on the ground. The regular shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? I mean, yeah, that seems about right so far. The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. But knowing that, it's not... I don't know if it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle is the weapon. That's not fine to claim right now because we already still have stuff to discover. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Now that is suspicious. For sure. Hello? What in the heck is that? Yeah, there's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance. Oh, it's the Protein Zyme X.
so
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab has all kinds of health stuff. Oh, I feel like she was poisoned. She must have gotten this from the chem lab.
just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't scattered around it. They're scattered underneath it. What is that? Dude, that's pretty obvious why it matters. I can't say for sure, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? I'm not sure how I see how. It's kind of... Dude. Okay. Well, we didn't look at the body yet, so let's take a look. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in the chair. There's an obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. I can see trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Interesting. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? I don't think that's how that works. Not a chance! Byakuya! However, you guys have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. I mean, yeah. What else is there in here to look at? Well, I guess we could talk to people. Hina?
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. That is important evidence. Add that to your file. What? After I went down to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Interesting. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, she'd asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same place, time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Indeed.
However,
but for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Interesting, okay. That wasn't added to evidence, though, so I wouldn't take that to heart. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said, risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped that note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from your... Whoa, okay, calm down. Okay, thanks. We got his account. Okay. Is that it for here? Normally it says, okay, let's go look at other places, but I guess not. Just looking. Okay, the clock. Anything on the clock? It's around 1 o'clock right now. Okay, so she died around 12. Roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Yeah, I think it would be. Anything else? The door? Oh, we should check the door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. See, actually, I always thought this was like another door, and that we came in from the direction we're looking, but that's not the case. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Oh, the chair, right. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair has anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. So there's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Yeah. Rec room door has been added. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay, there's the lock. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Huh, the locker's open and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
Looked quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we all looked inside the room, right? And it was open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So, there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does this handprint mean? Yeah, that is suspicious.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then.
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they had to say. Okay. I do like how it's like very clearly like, yes, you were done looking at this area. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Thank you for warping me back here. Okay, nice. So we need Hiro and Toko. So why don't I just use the map? Make my life a lot easier. So we got Toko first. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds, is she back to normal or is she crazy? She's back to normal. Huh? Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
Oh, voice acting, very nice.
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. Oh, we don't get to go into her room because that would be scandalous. What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something. Yes, I do. I want to talk to you about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? Okay, there we go. I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go to see her. I was so scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Okay, Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Till I prove otherwise, gotta accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. So we got her account. Well, Hero's gonna be like, what's up, man? Of course I didn't kill her. I didn't even go see her. She scares me. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Could it be? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, hey, what? When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is, like, super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. Don't look at me. I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around his pockets. Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile in his pockets, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Ugh! Ugh! Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Yeah, pocket trash, of course. Okay, so we've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? Definitely have a look at the crime scene again, but on top of that, should find out more about the protein can. Yeah, okay, chem lab. Where should I start? Yeah, so I was gonna say, I bet you we're gonna go look at the wrapper, and it'll be like, oh, joke's on you. It's actually one of the notes. 3rd floor, right? Yeah, the rec room. Okay, go here first, cause it's right here, and then we'll whoa, where is the rec room? There it is. Now we'll definitely check now that we got that evidence. We're gonna use it as evidence. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? Told Kyoko what Hiro and Toko have told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. Those 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Interesting. Okay, well actually, I'm just going to look at this. Gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found a genocide jacket attacked me, right? So after I left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Calm down. Okay. I'm actually, if that's the case, I'm going to come back after then. Because I definitely feel like I gotta go check out the chem lab then. Wait, that was on the 4th floor, right? Not the, yeah. I'm gonna check the chem lab first, because that I feel is a pressing matter to attend to at this moment. Because the other 3 are like, we'll find later. Hello! That's important. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Okay, bud. This looks important. This is my first time seeing this shelf, but I can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that that's powder? That looks more like a liquid, but okay. What's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step on it. Yeah. Oh, big old poison. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. Or wait, no, then the powder must have been spilled. That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added as a truth bullet. Well, let's take a look in here. On this shelf is... one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. All these chemicals look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. And in B, so on the shelf is... looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How you have lived in such ignorance for so long, it must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Didn't say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with B and a number, so I guess I consider this part section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry about it, but A, we definitely do. Let's see what's on the shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different kinds of medicines, except for Chem C9. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? Let's try to find more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split in 3 sections. A is dietary, B is region, C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on there. So that the whole shelf got added is one thing. Also, these look important. These are footprints. They're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. Well, let's go. Jump, jump. Okay. I got to work before long at drawing up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints had only business at the leftmost shelf. I mean, we didn't need a floor plan to see that. They came in, ran right to that shelf, did whatever they had to, then left. That's what all the footprints tell me. Okay, bud.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't have a reason to not, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately... With how clear these prints are, it should be easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are really a valuable clue. So we're going to be asking everyone, hey yo, what's your shoe size? Oh wait, obviously that's... Okay, so it looks like this. Yes. Was there something else? Because it didn't let me exit. I mean, I clicked on all 3, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the middle section, okay. It's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Shrimp, take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered in the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled chemical C4. And looks like some footprints in the powder. Okay, I guess we did that one last. Based on the positioning, it had to... Oh, yeah, we know that. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints of the powder have been added. Nice. Take a good look at the chem lab. So let's go back to the rec room. Okay. And then we can ask people about their shoe size as well. Be like, hey, dog, how big your feet? And freaking Yasuhiro would be like, you know what they say, big feet. Damn, those some big shoes you gotta have. And then everyone would be like, ha ha ha, and laugh it off like an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Alright, right. Hey, Hina, can we look at your shoe size just to be careful? We already know? Okay, no. That's fine. So it was the bottles, the shelf, and the, glass, right? Kyo said the magazine was hiding clues of some kind. Clue? Huh? This magazine is upside down. What is that? What? I can't read it. It'll flip it for me, probably. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Oh, hey! This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message? Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this... Is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. God, what is with these Japanese murder mystery games and writing dying messages in blood?
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back in upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. She's not going to be the killer then. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use that to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes... Yeah, exactly. It makes it much more suspicious. Yeah. Next, it was the little bottles. Or was it the locker? I don't know if the last one was the bottle. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue about the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? Did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. A correlate. Is it the chess pieces? Because I feel like that's almost a little too obvious. Hey, Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can be confident, have confidence in their outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. I mean, it feels pretty obvious. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I like to do an experiment to confirm. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottles? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Are you sure it's okay for me to mess with the crime scene like that?
Doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
Then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone, try to gather up the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. Are we going to try to recreate the bottle? I don't really know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get ready to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're gonna use... Oh, that's actually so smart! Oh my god! Compare the weights of what? The piece of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles is still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles, so just to ensure that they're both the same weight. It's balanced, which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight. Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here or there. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh! Huh! And that's my huh, not Makoto's huh. The broken pieces are heavier? How's that possible? Yeah, that's interesting. That's weird. Just as I thought. What? The results of our experiment and the correlation between the bottles put it all together. And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. What do you think? It's all on you. The one Monokuma bottle was actually different? Maybe? Or is it just like something about weight and air? I don't know. It was the locker, I think? Locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside locker.
It's true.
Okay, we've seen this one. Yeah, okay, we've seen this one. What was the other thing she told us to look at? I need to talk to her again.
In other words...
There was put it all together, and I believe it'll come to one. So what do you think? It's all on you. Okay, well, the bottles have all something in common. There's apparently one. Okay, whatever. Was it the glass? Well, we need to look at this anyways. Some kind of plastic container rolling around. Okay, so this is the same as last time. Okay, what was the third thing we were asked to look at? Was it the dead body? According to... Oh, here we go. There's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space is going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but... Don't you think you might actually need to examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times... Can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then, how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
What? That's a terrifying thing to hear. Oh, well, there we go. More importantly, look here. Her shoes. See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
The powder is clue number 1. Okay, what's clue number 2?
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain.
Would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer from a single blow, but instead she received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, would you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one, which is weird because if she was vomiting blood, you'd think you'd try to stop that.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Weird. Can't believe she was able to learn all that by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have been able to pull that off. Oh my god, is it actually going to be time? Wow, these get shorter and shorter each time.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin
Wow.
the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
That's crazy that we're already there.
Red door on the first floor of the school.
Oh my god.
See you soon.
I love how this game constantly fills you with the dread of, oh my god, do I have enough info? It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Yataze! Which we will do, guys, next time, because I'm heading to the regulations accidentally. Because those parts are usually like an hour long. So, next time, guys, we're going to be back. We're going to do the trial. I'm super stoked to figure out what's going on. We'll see you next time in some more DR. Ciao.